Last year at EGT Live, I was sitting on the sidelines talking with Coach Drew when he revealed what is by far the single most important secret to basketball training that I have ever heard. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what he said in just a minute, but before I do, you should know up front, I've actually known this secret for years. And not only that, but I promise you, you know this secret too. Every basketball player, every coach, every scout, and even every fan knows this secret, and yet almost nobody is using it to their advantage right now. So before I tell you what it is, I want to give you a quick hint so you can see what I mean. This secret has to do with the difference between these four NBA players: Bradley Beal, Zach LaVine, Kelly Oubre Jr., and Jason Tatum. Now, obviously, these are four very different players. Bradley Beal, of course, is a shooter. He likes to create separation off the dribble and off the catch so he can knock down shots on the perimeter. Zach LaVine, on the other hand, is an off-the-dribble player. He likes to disrupt defenses, get into the lane, and create plays for himself and for his teammates. Kelly Oubre likes to slash to the rim and finish over rotating shot blockers. And Jason Tatum is a player who can get a bucket from anywhere on the floor, whether he's at the rim, in the mid-range, or out on the perimeter. Now, even though all four of these guys have world-class skills and they all train personally with Coach Drew, all four of these players use very different training programs. You can probably imagine what would happen if you gave a sniper like Bradley Beal the same program as a slasher like Kelly Oubre Jr. He would just never develop the separation moves that he needs to get his shot off, and eventually he'd lose his biggest strength, which is his jump shot. On the other hand, if you gave Kelly the same program as Brad, he would never develop the attack moves and the slashing ability that make him such a dangerous scorer. So the big secret that Drew told me that day can be summed up in four simple words, and they go like this: every player is different. And even more importantly, he said that until your training program matches the way that you play, it's almost impossible to unlock your full potential as a basketball player. Now, like I said, you already know this. You already know that you have a unique set of strengths and weaknesses that are different from the other guys that you play with, which means, of course, you need unique workouts that match your individual game. And that's why if you've ever felt like no matter what you do, you just can't seem to play as well in real games as you know you're capable of, and you have so much more talent inside of you than you're showing when you play, then you've probably already suspected that customizing your drills and workouts to the way that you need to play in real games would help you start playing the way that you know you can. The only problem is, unless you spend thousands of dollars hiring a pro-level coach like Drew to customize your training program, it's really difficult to know whether or not you're using the right drills and workouts for your individual playing style. And that's exactly what I said to Drew that day. I said, okay, that's great for NBA guys. They have you with them in the gym, but how can our players possibly manage to customize every single one of their workouts without an NBA trainer watching over them? Now, after all, hundreds of thousands of players all over the world use the EGT programs, and they still get great results, even though it's obviously not possible to customize every single program for hundreds of thousands of players. Well, that's when Drew told me an even bigger secret. To create a customized training program, he doesn't need to know every little detail about every individual player. He actually only needs to know one detail, what he calls your player type. See, every perimeter player falls into one of four player types: snipers, slashers, creators, and operators. Sniper types are players like Bradley Beal, Klay Thompson, and Kyle Korver. They're long-range shooters who can knock down shots from anywhere on the floor. Slashers are guys like Kelly Oubre Jr., John Wall, and Giannis. They're players who like to attack downhill, get to the rim, and finish. Creators are players like Zach LaVine, Ben Simmons, and James Harden. They like to use their off-the-dribble moves to disrupt defenses and create plays, both for themselves and for their teammates. And finally, operators are players like Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, and Kawhi Leonard. These are guys who score. They can get a bucket from anywhere on the floor at any time, no matter who is guarding them. Drew told me that as soon as he knows which one of these player types you are, he'll know exactly which skills need to be your main focus in training, which skills you'll need to develop as your backup so you don't become a one-dimensional player, which moves you need to add to your game, and even which drills to focus on in your workouts. Now, as soon as Drew told me this, I got really excited, because as good as our players have become using the original EGT program, if we could find a way to customize EGT for all four player types, you would literally have a training program that's been custom designed for the way that you play. So for the past 6 months, Drew and I have been working relentlessly to develop this customized customized player type program. And it hasn't been easy because, as you know, this has never been done before. Until now, every online basketball program in the world has been built for the general player because obviously it's just not possible to customize programs for thousands of players at a time. But now that we have Drew's player typing formula, we can finally match every drill and workout that you do to the way that you play, which means you'll always have the perfect training program for your individual game. And here's the best part. On Tuesday, February 5th, Drew and I are finally gonna release this training system to the public, and as a part of the EGT family, you'll be able to get it before anyone else. Before we do that though, there's one thing that we need to do first, which is figure out which player type you are. So we've put together a free cheat sheet that will tell you in less than a minute exactly which player type you are and which NBA players have the same player type that you do. All you need to do to get it is click the link around this video and we'll send you the cheat sheet completely free of charge. And by the way, on Wednesday, January 30th, we're gonna release another video that will show you exactly how to train for your player type, and we'll even give you a complete workout that Drew has customized specifically for your player type. So until then, click the link to grab your cheat sheet now, and I will see you in the next video.